and welcome everyone. I'm Baba Buddha. My friends call me Baba Bruce. I will be your guide through this deep dive into your magnetic mental mind to develop a mastery of your magnetic personal reality by designing your ideal magnetic personality. Now, it all begins with thoughts and the vibration of those thoughts. We have thought frequency waves that are being radiated out continually all day, every day. And it is the content or the emotional value of those thoughts that is creating perceptions about the subject matter of those thoughts that develop our perception about the subject matter creating those thoughts. In a recent speech I gave titled Energectomy, I introduced this fresh concept I would like to share with you here now. I also wrote an ebook detailing this process, a very detailed look at the procedure. But before I take you into this deep plunge, let me explain to you why I wrote this book and how I came upon this method to energetically heal from limiting beliefs and past traumatic experiences. Knowing that there is an energy that connects us all, and that we're all connected to, and that it is the foundation of all healing and transformation, I wanted to utilize this belief to create the love that I long for, or a strong sense of self-worth, feeling happy and grateful all the time. Instead, I experienced panic attacks, struggled with PTSD from my naval service as a rescue swimmer. I had anger management struggles, and I lacked feelings of value and worth for myself. And I found myself bitter at life and always bombarding myself with negative self-talk. You know, that toxic self-talk? Always perpetuating these sabotaging programs that created these habitual behavior patterns that led me to rock bottom. When those cell doors closed, it was the biggest wake-up call like I've ever asked for when I heard those cell doors close, locking me in. No friends, no family, all alone. And I was fearing that I may never be free again. But I promised myself that once I was free, that I would do whatever it takes to heal my broken heart and my sabotaging programs that caused me to have these repeating destructive behaviors. I was done with it. And so I discovered that there is a path to uncovering the events that shaped my life, and it influenced my life. Suffice to say, I have done the work in reading books and joining programs, and now I know how to overcome these limiting, self-sabotaging programs. I have designed my ideal personality with the concept I'm about to share with you now. So, feel free to take notes and lean in. This is not the kind of conversation that you would hear around a water cooler. Rather, it is the kind that you would be privy to in mastermind conferences and neuroscientist gatherings. So, here we go. There is a concept. Now, it may not be entirely new, but I'm attempting to bring a fresh perspective and a deeper dive into how energy on a deep interpretational level influences our lives in either positive or less than beneficial ways. Having introduced a procedure to perform an energectomy. Now, I know that's not a real word yet, so welcome to Redefining Our Agreements, a conscious, cognizant evolution. Words have meaning, and the meaning we give to those words has an impact on our belief system. The beliefs that we have established create a foundation of agreements we live our life by, shape our life, our perspective, our attitude, and ultimately our feelings and emotions. When an emotion is felt after an occurrence, the experience gets wired, meaning two neurons come together to form a bond. Between the two neurons, there's a synaptic connection. And when they form that bond together, it gets stored inside the brain as a memory. This process is known as consolidation. When two bonds come together, joining together to form that bond, the first time to create a memory. The experience triggered the connection through an association to and a perception of the event that occurred. So, I want to bring an awareness to the possibility that these agreements that we have been living our life by on autopilot and are hardwired into our subconscious mind have created habits and behaviors that are based on a foundation of a misunderstanding of all the elements of an event and experience, and therefore feelings from our past. I want to teach you the integrative rewire by tapping into the deep wells of the subconscious data bank and working with the file clerk to identify the beliefs and attached feelings to the experiences that have shaped our identity. It is this portion of our brains that takes information from experiences and codes it and stores it to be recalled later. The hippocampus is also connected to the amygdala, which is responsible for emotion, thoughts, and behaviors, and processes these emotions. So yeah, we'll just call this whole process the file clerk that can do the work for you. So, in order to access the subconscious part of the brain and the programming that has been hardwired into our personality and identity, we must come into present moment awareness. Using breathing methods, and tap into the frequency of the operating system of the subconscious mind. And then, through intention-driven practice, rewrite our past. This is the portion of the brain that has to do with the association to the consciousness of oneself. It's called the precuneus, and it gives us the ability to have an awareness to our own patterns and integration of those perceptions. Now, I have been utilizing with great success a technique which, when done in the proper sequence, allows the person doing the intention-driven, purposeful action to uncover events that are a record of their past, which have been repeated. The precuneus will retrieve episodic memories, ones that have attached perceptions about oneself, and the reflection on personality traits within aspects of the consciousness. By quieting the busy mind, sinking deep into the abyss of our minds, there's a calmness on the ocean floor, even though the waves still crash on the surface. It is in this stillness that our infinite designing intelligence of intention lies. Once the event is uncovered, the layers of that experience can be peeled back to reveal what is at the core of our belief system. Within the creation of the experience that has shaped our life, we identify the agreements we have made with ourself, about our life, about our abilities, and our limiting beliefs. What is discovered becomes the material of our tapestry, with interwoven traits and mannerisms that have developed over time. By breaking apart all of the elements of the agreement discovered, we identify the meaning we have attached to these experiences and the labels attached to the feelings. With the memory triggered, the synaptic cleft is relaxed, creating a gap that widens for a very microscopic moment of time. This is the deconsolidation of the two neurons that came together, formed together, and wired together with the coding of the perception to the experience and therefore event. This is the pivotal time to induce intention. With all the layers peeled back and the meaning revealed, now we define what is meant by microscopically investigating the words which describe the event and the emotion felt in that experience. The insular portion of the brain, which regulates our emotion, gives us the ability, using our perception, to discern different emotions. With the cognition of the emotions we identify with as ourselves, we can calm and relax perceptions of pain. There is a meaning we associate to the definition we attach to the words which describe the event that took place. The definition we subscribe to has become the fabric of our belief system. But when we calm the connection and relax the synaptic cleft, the space between the neurons at the nerve synapse, where the nerve impulses are transmitted across this gap through neurotransmitters, also known as the synaptic gap, there is a momentary window of reconsolidation where a neuron can be bumped out and a new neuron can slide in just in time for the reconsolidation. After our meaning is revealed by attaching descriptive words to the event that took place, we are ready to do etheric surgery in the quantum mindscape. This is where we call upon the source of our energy to amplify the intention of our desire on the perceived outcome. It is in this small space of time, a reconsolidation, that a new thought, a perception that we choose can be inserted. We assign significant meaning to the words which, now laid open, is revealing the interpretation of our youth. And that is an energetic blueprint etched into our psyche that now can be replaced with a more empowering meaning. After the sequence that has established our agreement process in our being is exposed, we can remove the toxic element that is non-essential to the fabric of our being. This is the energectomy, energetically removing ectomy, the energetic signature of this toxic meaning. Through intention of our minds on the perceived situation in relation to ourself, the amplitude of energy needed can be attained. Bringing in a new thought with an attached emotion on the intention of the desired outcome. To create and reconsolidate this memory with a new perception, encoding it with a new signature before it is sent back into the storehouse of our memories. Then, through deliberate, compassionate declaration, new meaning is assigned. And here is the key. With more significance and with such an amplitude of energy that it can overcome the infestation of the toxic energy being etherically excisioned. With the new neuron of intention replacing the neuron of misperception, the new memory is encoded with this new perception and locked back into the appropriate location of this previous memory from our past. And then It is stored by the hippocampus in the brain. To rewrite and rewire by re-encoding the energetic signature of this memory, and the memory is planted, and the seed can sprout and reroute the experiences that have been affected by the past misperceived memory. With the toxic energetic idea removed and replaced, a new sense of self can be realized. With the cord severed to a past conditioning, the rejuvenated infancy can take root and begin to grow again. It will not be enough to have done the procedure, so to speak. In order to maintain this new mindset, we must not do the same things, such as eating poorly or smoking, which causes lung cancer, once the cancer has been excised. We must not ever let a thought occupy space in our mind long enough to be encoded with a toxic signature and get locked away as a memory with this perception that is not in alignment with our newly designed personal reality and our magnetic personality. Once this process is initiated, there may be a plethora of events to uncover and perform energectomies through the etheric surgery and recode method. The somatic states associated with making future decisions by labeling them as either positive or negative, and therefore influencing whether we act or not. These covert and overt biases guide our decisions. They are associated with our emotions as we have come to understand them. Some of these emotions can be encoded through a misperceived experience from our past. From this new sense of self, we can redefine our life with the power of our thinking and the energy of those thoughts. We can become conscious creators of our personal reality. With the fabric of an unknown future, we reverse engineer the process. Just imagine the possibilities with this same process on a future that is yet to be discovered, on a future that is yet to be experienced. By creating the consolidation of the future memory that has not been experienced yet. By creating the consolidation of a memory yet to be experienced that has been encoded with an amplitude of this electromagnetic energy of the desired outcome. That has been encoded with the electromagnetic energy of the desired outcome. We begin the path of etheric repatterning. We begin the path of etheric repatterning. The signature of the electromagnetic energy field that we radiate continually. This draws to us people, circumstances, and events of opportunities or misfortunes depending on our vibration, depending upon the vibration that we radiate, that which shares a similar frequency. This depends on the signature of our dominant vibration, the signature of the electromagnetic energy field we radiate continually. When we can experience the feeling ahead of the experience that we are creating of our future in the quantum field, why then this is mental mastery over our personal reality, creating our magnetic personality. Knowing how your personality is designed, you have mental mastery over its design and can create the magnetic frequency of those experiences that take your breath away. Living life on your terms. Lacking nothing. Needing nothing. Able to create all you'll ever need. You have mastery over its design. I want to thank you for this opportunity to share this information with you and this process and this new procedure. If you like it, please, show me some love down there. Give me some comments, some likes. Share this out. Let people see this. Comment down below. The links down below for the book. I would love for you to be able to read about this process and really come to be able to master this process for yourself, because I really want nothing more for you than to feel such gratitude and appreciation inside of you, flowing through you every day. Be masters of your will. Namaste.